Good morning. This is GC Sharma. I'm Head of Financial Education at National Stock Exchange. I welcome you all. All the participants are welcome for this webinar on postgraduate certificate program in global financial markets. We'll have a formal presentation of approximately around 40 minutes. This will be followed by question answers. The question answers session, you have to write the questions when we start the question answer sections, and we'll address all those questions which you are going to ask. This is career webinar, postgraduate certificate program in global financial markets. In this webinar, we'll see what is the role of NSE in promoting financial education, what is the scope of global financial market skills, what kind of career opportunities lies in global financial markets, why career in financial markets is important, and how NSE can help you build your career in global financial market skills. Many of you know NSE as a stock exchange. Of course, now you'll also know NSE from yesterday onwards. In terms of NSE, International Financial Center also, which we have set up at Gandhinagar, Gujarat. Yesterday onward, the trading has started. NSE, of course, started its education foray immediately after the exchange started functioning. Around 18.8 lakh students have already undergone certifications in financial markets, popularly known as NCFM, NSE certification in financial markets. The financial literacy through different school boards, 6 school boards in the country. We are teaching around 25 lakh students the financial literacy at 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th class. This includes Tamil Nadu, Himachal, Uttarakhand, Assam, Nagaland, and other states. Of course, CBSE, the leading board, which in partnership with the National Stock Exchange, has already launched at 9th and 10th class career courses under the National Skills Qualification Framework, and similarly at 10+2 level from since 2007 onwards, career courses in 11th and 12th class, whereas my students can have after the 12th class either a job, or if they so desire, they can pursue their higher education. At many places, 25+ universities, NSE has tied up with more than 25 universities to offer BBA and MBA in financial markets. They complete vertical mobility in the process, right from 9th class till MBA level. And of course, there are 140+ colleges who are offering skill-based certification program in collaboration with National Stock Exchange Academy. And to really promote the skills in the BFSI sector, banking, financial services, and insurance sector, NSE along with NSDC, National Skills Development Corporation, has co-promoted the BFSI sector concept. NSE Academy also conducts a large number of management development programs for the working professionals. Here is an illustrative list of universities which are offering MBA and BBA in financial market. Say, for example, Guru Gobind Singh Indraprasth University in Delhi is offering MBA in financial markets. It's a 2-year program, started way back in 2011. Similarly, Punjab University Patiala is offering a 5 years integrated MBA in financial markets. Couple of IIMs, for example, IIM Shillong, IIM Kashipur, They are offering as a part of their IM diploma specialization in financial markets in collaboration with National Stock Exchange. And of course, there are a large number of both government, private, and deemed universities offering various programs in collaboration with NSE. But what has been happening in the process, many of the university students as well as faculty, they have been requesting NSE to set up as a role model some programs which are not possible to be started by other universities. So one of such programs we are going to discuss as a part of this presentation. Our Honorable Prime Minister Modi ji has been laying a lot of emphasis on the skill development. So much so, he is emphasizing that India must be the skill capital of the world, not just for the India. Mainly because India enjoys a great demographic advantage. As a demographic advantage, more than 65% of our population is less than 35 years of age. Now let us see, what is this BFSI? For the information of those are not from the commerce background, they are either from science background or engineering background. BFSI stands for banking, financial services, and insurance sector. It is also popularly known as financial markets. Financial markets is just not stock market. It is capital market as whole, equity market, mutual funds, commodity market, currency markets, debt and bond market, interest rates, real estate, and lot of other markets positions. Now let us see what is the scope of global financial market skills. So you must be wondering as to why we are talking in the context of global context instead of Indian context. For one thing, after the penetration of internet throughout the world, the whole world has become a global village. Anything happening in any part of the world, it affects particularly the market in a big way. So for example, the election happens in USA, president changes, entire scene changes in the financial markets. All IT-related stock starts getting beaten down because the president is not in favor of promoting H-1B visa in a larger way, which affects the IT sector. Or let us say the Brexit, UK breaks, then again there are problems. If China devalues its currency, again world over tremors are felt. You'll find that anything affecting the political scene or major economic scene actually affects. If Moody's downgrade China, obviously again there is an impact on the financial markets. In India, now most of the time the comparison of India happens with that of the China. Let us see what is the investors' population in India, China, and other countries. India versus China, you find India, if it is around 2%, China is 9.4%. That means approximately 5 times that of India. And now Nifty is hovering around 9,600 plus. Sensex is 31,000 plus. If at this pace it continues, and we have to catch up with that of China, our Nifty as well as Sensex needs to be approximately around 5 times to compete with that of China. And of course, there are a number of other factors why in India the number of investors will continue to grow. The number of millionaires are rising the fastest in the world. As on date, there are more than 3 lakh millionaires in dollar terms. Only day before yesterday, there was a report that a large number of billionaires are adding up in India after the Sensex and Nifty has crossed. Sensex crossed more than 30,000 and Nifty has crossed more than 9,500. This also corresponds to a status where the manpower requirement in the industry is going to be phenomenal. The government, in fact, conducted 3 research studies one by the NSDC, National Skill Development Corporation, which estimated India will need around 47 lakh professionals. Another study was conducted by the PFRDA, Pension Fund Regulatory Development Authority, which estimated India will need approximately around 66 lakh professionals. And third study was conducted none other than by Government of Gujarat, when Modi ji was the Chief Minister of Government of Gujarat. With McKinsey and World Bank, a study was made which estimated India will need approximately 1 crore 10 lakh professionals by 2022. And this led to the setting up of what is popularly known as GIFT City, Gujarat International Financial Tech City Center. All of you, those who have been watching the newspaper and TV channels, business channels with care, you must have noticed our Honorable Prime Minister inaugurated the GIFT City on 9th of January. And yesterday, NSE, National Stock Exchange, also set up international version of the National Stock Exchange in the GIFT City called NSE IFSC. The trading has already started. The trading on NSE IFC will begin with around 16 hours per day, and which is likely to extend it to up to 22 hours per day. The idea of setting up NSE IFC and of course the GIFT City by the government has been to promote India as a global hub, as a global financial center on line with other international financial services centers like Singapore, London, New York, Hong Kong, etc. This will all lead to demand for skills which are not only in the Indian context but in the international context. As in the international context, therefore, you ought to have programs which can cater to the requirement of global financial market skills and international skills. Now let us see what are the career opportunities into various institutions and companies. The career opportunities lie in banks, mutual funds, investment consultancy, KPOs, BPOs, and host of other agencies which are listed here. Let us discuss a few of them. Say for example, banks. In banks, one of the most lucrative career is in the field of investment banking. Now, how does one get into investment banking? One route, of course, is you compete with some 18.5 lakh students to appear for IITG, become an engineer. Thereafter, appear for around 2.5 lakh students, compete for CAT, get selected in the IM. After getting selected in the IM, then you go for the investment banking. Other route, of course, could be you could as well select a career, a program in the global financial markets, which is being offered by the NSE Academy. That could be the shortcut. Take another example, the mutual funds. The mutual funds offer another opportunity. Recently, there has been various news items related to what kind of salaries are offered in the fund managers. And we find that the fund managers are being paid to the tune of a couple of crores of rupees per annum, starting from 3.5, 3.4 crores by Reliance and SDFC paying 6 crore plus to their MD as well as other people. One can also go to investment consultancy or KPOs or BPOs or broking firms or a large number of insurance companies, pension funds. The list is endless. One can actually have a great career into the financial market instead of just limiting to the stock market. Now let us see why career in global financial market is important. The career in global financial market provides you employable skills for life. There absolutely no retirement. Take the example of Warren Buffett, who had been the richest person in the world in 2016. He started investing in the financial market right at the age of 11. And from the participants' age profile, I find participating in this webinar, all the participants are above 18 years of age, and some of the participants are as old as 60 plus. So obviously, if we want to become rich, if we want to have a lot of money, and we want to be mini Warren Buffett, we definitely need to have the skills related to financial markets. The skills in the financial market are portable, once learned. There's no obsolescence. Of course, you just keep updating. One can work full-time. One can work also part-time. One can be an entrepreneur. And your office can be any part of the world. A lifelong learning opportunity. There's no limit to income growth. So long you're tax heavy, which majority of you are, because the younger generation particularly is highly tax heavy, and income in this field is not dependent on the age. It actually depends on the skill, not on the age. Therefore, career is for 21st century, which can go into FIIs, mutual funds, etc. Recently, you must have seen the news items. Markets have been rising every day, and they have been every day breaking new highs. This is definitely an opportunity for our younger generation to look forward for a career in financial market. Now, let us see how NSE can help you to offer a postgraduate certificate program in global financial markets. We have designed programs which is meant for both full-time as well as working professionals. For fresh bachelors, we have a full-time program, and the working professionals, we have got an executive weekend program. For full-time, the classes are held from Monday to Friday, and for the executive weekend program, the classes are held on Saturday and Sunday. Now let us see the details of these programs. The first question naturally that must be coming into your mind as to why at all a postgraduate certificate program in global financial market. Of course, for one, the entire world is recognizing the India's dominating role in the world financial markets. Our Honorable Prime Minister has a vision while setting up the GIFT City, what I talked in previous slides, to make India as a global hub in the financial market, and also a trendsetter in prices of different products and commodities through the financial markets. The GIFT City, which has been set up, wherein NSE also set up an international financial center. It will compete with leading financial centers like Singapore, Hong Kong, New York, London, etc. Top of it, the demand for regulatory certificates from India as well as USA has been rising a lot. We'll discuss this in detail in the following part, and the equally strong employment potential in India requiring the financial market professionals. Now let us discuss the highlights of this program. This is one program which is directly offered by National Stock Exchange Academy. NSE Academy is the education arm of National Stock Exchange. This is the first program in India in global financial market. In addition to the PG certificate, what you'll get from NSE Academy, you'll also get 13 regulatory certificates through Ministry of Finance, NISM, Government of India, 11 certificates, and of course 2 certificates from USA that is called through FINRA, FINRA. FINRA is a body which is authorized by the US Security Exchange Commission to offer license equivalent certificates to work in the global financial market. As a part of the program, of course, you'll also go for a week to Singapore as an international attachment and to get the best practices in the global context. The curriculum, which has been designed by the experts, 1 trimester is dedicatedly devoted for the US market, 1 for the Indian market, and of course, the first trimester is for basics of laying the foundation for the financial markets. The program on the demand of the students is being simultaneously launched in Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai, and Hyderabad. The program offers multiple career options, both in USA as well as India. The focus of the program is make students learn money-making skills without burning their fingers. Whether they want to set up their own offices as entrepreneurs or they want to go for a job. How it is done? It is done through a process of a parallel example of a swimming pool. So for example, if you want to learn a driving car, you learn it step by step. If you were to learn swimming, you learn it step by step. And you're taken to 3 feet water, maybe 4 feet water, then 5 feet water, then maybe 5.5, then 6, and then of course you are live. Similarly, in the financial market, first we create simulated conditions for various markets wherein you practice under the guidance of the experts to simulate the market conditions, design your own portfolios, do your own trading, do make own investment, watch how they have been progressing, and once you get confidence, then you go live. Earlier method was burn your fingers, burn your money, and then only learn. But now with the latest technology and the softwares which are designed by the National Stock Exchange and other excellent companies, you can actually learn the process without burning your fingers. It's experiential learning through case study method, through role plays, through industry mentors, and of course, the faculty will be teaching you. They're the industry experts who have actually worked a couple of large number of years into this market. It's the expert swimmer only who can teach the swimming. Similarly, it is the expert professionals who have worked in the industry of mutual funds, of commodity, of currency markets, of debt market, bond market, those who have handled equity search in the industry, both fundamental as well as technical. They will be teaching you this entire process of learning the skills related to financial markets. The idea of all this is to make you job ready, both for the Indian context as well as for the US context. Now let us see the role of regulatory certificates into this program. The regulators are equivalent of offering you a license. Say for example, a doctor first of all studies MBBS or MS or MD and then obtains a license to practice. Similarly, a CA or CS, company secretary or chartered accountant, again first of all passes the examination related to chartered accountancy, or company secretary obtains the license and then start practicing. Similarly, in the financial market, one is required to pass certain examinations. These are called the regulatory examination from the financial market regulators. There are earlier this role of regulator was performed by National Stock Exchange. Subsequently, Security Exchange Board of India came into picture. Earlier, the certification was done by the NSE. A few years back, this role has been taken over as per the government direction by the Security Exchange Board of India and through their education arm called National Institute of Securities Market. All the participants will be required to pass 11 such certificates from NISM. This is in India. Similarly, in USA, the equivalent body is called Security Exchange Commission as the regulator in the financial market. Now, the regulator in the US, the system is slightly different. They have got a system of self-regulatory bodies. The self-regulatory body, one of the self-regulatory body in USA is called FINRA, Financial Industry Regulatory Authority. FINRA conducts examination and certifications related to US market. You will be passing 2 such certificates in India from FINRA. Earlier, these examinations were not available in India. The only way to get these certificates passed earlier was large reputed companies, which are popularly known as captive units of USA and other global players. They'll recruit a person, send that person to USA, provide training, ask him to pass the certification, come back to India, sign a bond for 5 to 7 years, and of course, then engage him. Now, this model was not a win-win situation for everyone. Here, the employee was always working almost kind of bonded labor for the duration of the bond. And the companies who are actually recruiting such candidates and training them, they were always afraid and scared that 5 to 7 lakh rupees which is spent on this person will go waste the moment the person shift the job to some other companies. Now, the better model is you do the program on self-support basis, and then it is your choice. Wherever you want to go, whichever company you want to work, you can work on those companies. And there's such a high demand that as and when you pass these certifications, you are in demand. Now let us discuss specifically the full-time program. The full-time program, the classes are held from Monday to Friday. The program duration is 11 months, a little less than a year, consisting of 3 trimesters. Each trimester has got 10 papers. In total, there are 30 papers to be passed. And of the 30 papers, 13 are the regulatory certificates, 2 from USA and 11 from India. Now, all the remaining 17 papers of this program are built around those 13 regulatory certificates. That means in order to pass those 13 regulatory certificates, you will be passing all the supporting papers, which helps you to develop necessary skills and become efficient global financial market manager in this context. The program will be starting on 27th of July, and the last date of application is 19th of June, which is barely some 2 weeks from here. Since it is high time that you start sending the application, because 2 weeks will just pass by within no time. The program will commence from 27th of July, simultaneously at Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai, and Hyderabad. Now let us see what is the time schedule of the program. It starts from 27th of July, and there are 3 trimesters. Each of the trimesters ends with examination for the purpose. As a part of the full-time program, you will have 1 week of global exposure as international attachment in Singapore. This will be from 22nd of April to 28th of April. Similarly, for the executive program, this will be held from June 17th to June 23. Now let us see what are the regulatory papers certification examination of FINRA. There are 2 examinations, as I said. One is USA Uniform Securities State Laws, and other is USA Investment Advisory Services. Alternatively, let me also inform you here that FINRA is in the process of changing its set of and curriculum related to the certification process based on the feedback it has received from the US industry. It is quite likely that the changes will be implemented by October 2017, and as a result, it could so happen that instead of passing the USA Uniform Securities State Laws and USA Uniform Investment Advisory Services, you might be required to pass USA Securities Industry Essential Examination. And once you pass the USA Security Industry Essential Examination, then the particular company which are likely to employ you will specify what kind of specialization you ought to clear. And accordingly, you'll be required to clear the specialization that particular company which is likely to employ you may offer you. But if the regulations do not come during that period, in that case, you'll continue to go by the earlier examination of USA Uniform Securities State Laws or USA Investment Advisory Services. These examinations are again valid till such time you pass the new examination system. Now let us discuss the various papers in different trimesters. The first trimester is devoted to build a strong foundation in global financial market. We do understand that the participants of this program will be from engineering background, from commerce background, from science background, from architecture background, from medical background, because financial market attracts students from a very, very diverse group. Therefore, it is important that all the participants, first of all, are brought at common acceptable level. This is done through a foundation program. A strong foundation is laid by clearing the basics of all the participants, starting with the Indian financial market system, then taking it forward to the global financial market system, teaching them the basics of corporate finance, the quantitative techniques which affect the financial market, and of course, GST has been latest happening thing, applicable from 1st of July. We'll also be studying basics of accounting, GST, and international financial reporting standards, which are likely to be implemented in India shortly. As India turns global, all the big companies will be required to follow the international financial reporting standards. So you'll also have exposure to that extent. You'll learn the basics of economics and banking as it relates to financial markets. Of course, majority of you are computer savvy, but could be possible that you may not be Excel savvy. and Excel has a great role in the financial market. So you'll have an excellent exposure to the Excel techniques as it relates to financial markets in the computer applications. You'll study the basics of equity market and learn the tips and tricks of handling the equity market in the capital market operations, apart from understanding the clearing and settlement process and other details. You'll continue in your journey by building your base of excellent business and digital communication skills. You'll also learn in the entire process the current financial market and environment, and of course, since the markets demand strong logical and data interpretation skills, we'll also learn the logic and data interpretation skills as a part of the career skills. The second trimester is devoted exclusively for the Indian financial market. Starting from the financial planning and wealth management, you learn all aspects of mutual fund and its operations. Fixed income securities, because traditionally India has been dominated by the fixed income securities. You learn all asset classes into this trimester, including the commodity markets, the capital market, derivative market and its strategies, the currency market, the foreign exchange aspects of currency markets, the real estate investments. The idea is once you start understanding all aspects of the financial market, all aspects of the asset classes, you get an all-round development. This development will also include building your human relation skills. And because in the first semester, you will start understanding the current environment. In the second trimester, we will also dwell upon what are the emerging issues which are affecting the global financial market, and there will be workshops or project work related to that. Financial market also requires a very strong ethics and trust. You learn the basics of building trust and ethics, and you'll also be exposed to rounding off and betterment of your personality through corporate growth. As we stated earlier, the third trimester is mainly devoted to US markets. In the first three papers, you study the security industry essentials, starting from the basics and going up to the advanced level. And you'll also specialize. Of course, as I stated earlier, that will depend upon the FINRA regulations, which they are likely to finalize by October. Based on the outcome of the FINRA regulations, the kind of papers that you study will be the latest one, so that when you go to the market, they are most updated into this field. You'll also study the financial valuation, the fundamental search, the equity search, and how to value different stocks or asset classes. Once you identify the true value, intrinsic value of a particular asset class, then you study how to time the buy or sell of that through studying the various techniques which are used in the technical analysis. Once you understand the both fundamental as well as technical aspects, you should also need to know what are all the set of rules and regulations which are governing the financial market. As you know, financial markets are highly regulated, and you'll also study as part of it the regulations related to financial markets. In the digital marketing space, because the ways of traditional marketing is gone, therefore it is important to understand how these products can be digitally marketed across the younger generation in particular, who are highly tech savvy and use a lot of social media for the purpose. As part of the program, you'll undertake a capstone project. And of course, as you said, you'll also visit Singapore as part of the international attachment to understand as to how the global financial market function and what are the best practices that are followed for the purpose. And as in the earlier trimesters, this trimester also has the module on corporate readiness so that your personality part can be fine-tuned in order to meet the requirements of the global financial markets. In the Indian context, you will be passing 11 such certificates. The advantage of this program here is again, in addition to the PG certificate from NSE, you will also get 11 certificates from India and 2 from USA. Now let us see what is the eligibility. All things in life comes at a price and by hard work. We expect the candidates to be graduate with 50% marks. The selection process is based on your academic profile, your test score. The test can be if you have already appeared for CAT, MAT, GMAT, CMAT, Atma score. If by chance you have not appeared for any such examination, your last opportunity is to appear for NSE Common Admission Test in the financial market called NCAT-FM. And then there is personal or Skype interview. NSE test will be held from 20th June to 24th of June at 40 different centers on pan-India basis. The last date for application is 19th of June. I repeat, you need to appear for NSE online test only and only if you have not appeared for CAT, MAT, JAT or CMAT examination. If you already appeared for these examinations, you can straight away send in your application giving the details of the score in the application format. But if by chance you have not appeared for this examination, then of course you need to appear for this examination. Now let's see what is the pattern of examination. 30% weightage for verbal ability, 30% for data interpretation and logical reasoning, 30% for quantitative aptitude, and 10% of course to test your general knowledge related to financial market. And to make sure any particular candidate do not make wild guesses, there is negative marking of 0.25 per incorrect answer. The selection criteria in detail: academic profile accounts for 20%. That means the marks secured by you in 10th, 12th, graduation, postgraduate, and experience, if any. We take into account all these factors. The selection committee decides onto this parameter and weightage assigned for different parameters. Your test score accounts for 50%. Your personal interview or the Skype interview, those candidates for some reason who are not able to attend the personal interview, they'll have the option to opt for the Skype interview, but only for outstation candidates, not meant for local candidates. The overall out of 100, and all India merit will be prepared, and based on your preference of the center and your merit, then of course we are given the admission. The investment for the program is 4,95,000. You need to register for the program by 4th of July. There is a typographical error here. It's for 22nd. You need to register by 4th of July. And you have the option either to pay in lump sum or installments. And of course, the education loan facility also. NSE has got a tie-up with 2 leading service providers. One, the subsidiary of SDFC, Credila, and second, another subsidiary of DHFL, Avance. These two companies, they offer the education loan facility to the interested candidate. Of course, it is purely your choice. NSE had no relationship in that sense. It's only facility. You can get the loan from any of the banks of your choice or pay out of your savings. Now let us see what all is included as a part of this program, as a part of this investment. Of course, there are 30 papers. All the books and study material related to those 30 papers, both hard and soft copy, as may be required, case-to-case basis. The tuition fees, then the service tax or GST, as may be applicable from time to time. Of course, from 1st of July, GST is applicable, and before that, service tax is applicable. Either way, it is included as a part of the program. The market simulation lab. Market simulation lab has a number of softwares to help you learn their skills. They are also included as part of this program. And of course, the major part of the cost, your immersion program at Singapore, including airfare, visa, travel, insurance, airport transfers, hotel accommodation. They are all part of the cost, included as part of the fees. You are not required to spend more money onto this. And the examination fees for certifications, 11 modules of NSM and 2 modules of FINRA USA. They are also part of the process. NSE, as a very transparent organization, informs clearly that what all is included, not unlike other private players who may not inform you the correct thing at the time of the admission. Let us see the important dates. Of course, the last date is 19th of June. Test, in case it is required for you, you can appear from 20th to 24th of June. That is from Tuesday to Saturday. The result will be declared on 26th of June on the NSE website. Personal Skype interview 29th and 30th of June and 1st of July. Result of successful candidates will be declared, and accordingly you can see various dates for the purpose. The program, of course, commences on 27th of July, which happens to be Thursday. Now, let us discuss the program as it relates to working activity. So far, we discussed it related to the full-time program for the fresh graduates. Now we are discussing related to working activity. The content, the curriculum, the international attachment, the examination, the certification, everything is exactly the same as in the case of full-time, except with the difference. This program is meant for working activity and classes held on Saturday and Sunday only. Of course, since working executive has got a better understanding compared to the fresh graduates, the number of teaching hours are approximately 60% of the full-time program. In full-time program, we approximately devote around 1,040 hours. In the working executive program, we devote approximately around 550 to 560 hours for teaching. Otherwise, the entire program, curriculum, content, books, faculty, everything same. Absolutely no difference, including the value of the program. They're all same. Here, the last date for application is 31st of July. Of course, here there is no test as in the case of full-time program. It is straight away based on your requirement, and you can straight away take admission if you want to enhance your career. The program will also be held simultaneously at Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai, and Hyderabad. And classes, of course, will start from 30th of September. Again, you find on your screen the dates for the different trimesters, trimester 1, 2, and 3. The Singapore immersion, in this case, instead of April 2018, will be held from 17th to 23rd of June. The investment for the program is less compared to that of the full-time. Here the investment is 3,60,000. Again, you can pay in installment or full-time as per details given on the screen. The important dates, last date is 31st July for application or registration. Lump sum or installment can be paid by 31st of August, and the program will commence from 30th of September. Now, let me summarize the full-time as well as executive program as a companion. You will notice that both the programs are of exactly same duration of 11 months with 3 trimesters. The entire curriculum is the same, faculty is the same, papers are the same, certifications are the same. The classes for the full-time are held from Monday to Friday. The classes for the executive program are held on Saturday and Sunday. Program will be simultaneously held at 4 different locations. The advantage of holding the program at 4 different locations is the following. Particularly working executives, if they happen to get transferred in between or required to change their job in between of the academic session, you can start at a different station from the same level, and you will not be forced to leave the program simply because either you're transferred or change your job. Singapore immersion program is same in both the cases, except that the dates of the immersion programs are different. Eligibility, of course, there are different criteria. If you are a fresh graduate with 50% marks, you are eligible for the full-time program. But in case you want to take admission to executive program, you should be graduate with 2 years of work experience. Of course, there is no requirement of 50% marks at the graduation level. For the full-time program, you are required to appear either for a test or you might have already appeared for a test. And selection process is, in the case of executive program, it is very simple. Once you are convinced of the program, it is on a first come, first served basis, subject to availability of seats. As soon as seats are filled, of course, we close the admission, will not wait for the 31st of July. But in the case of full-time program, the selection process is very rigorous. You need to appear for a test, either CAT or NSE test. Your academic profile account for 20%, test score account for 50%, and personal interview account for 30%. Last date for application in the case of full-time program is 19th of June, and in the case of executive program, 31st of July. That for full-time will be starting from 27th of July, and for the executive program, it will start on 30th of September. You are looking for assistance. The numbers are displayed. We shall be giving a break of 2 minutes to help you type your questions. And after 2 minutes, we shall again start answering those questions. You can type your questions. We'll be watching those questions, and then, of course, will be. And I want to clarify, only those attendees who are displaying their names will be answering the questions, but will not be answering the questions of the anonymous names, those who are not given their names. Now we'll start answering the questions. One of the participants asked, what are the career opportunities for the IT professionals in the financial market? They're great career opportunities because most of the KPOs and BPOs, they are actually 60% of them are from the financial market. We also get many students who are already working in the IT industry and want to upgrade their knowledge later in the financial market. We do not expect any particular background of the students expecting joining this market, because in the foundation level, all students are brought to par. Puneet Madan has asked, is there any job assistance for the program? Well, answer yes. There is a job assistance for the program. Those who are holding the FINRA qualification, and if they are looking for assignments in US, definitely they can straight away, because there's a lot of demand. They won't even need any assistance. They'll be picked up by the companies who are looking for such candidates. One of the candidates he asked, Akhilesh Pandey, has asked, he's in the final stage of CA, whether he can join the program. Answer yes, you can join the program, because we count your 2 years of your whatever internship you have as a part of the program. It is counted towards the work experience. Manas Buddhiraja has asked, he's a stock market trader, and how the certifications will help it. Manas, you already know that you are in the financial market, and once you pass the 13 certificates which are regulatory in nature, definitely you are much above age compared to other professionals, and your scope of career can be much wider instead of just being trader. One of the participants asked whether there is campus placement. Yes, answer yes. We help you in the placement process to the campus also. One of the participants asked whether it is a satellite or face-to-face program. All the places, Delhi, Kolkata, Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai and Hyderabad, the face-to-face classroom program, it is not that from one city you are given the classes and others are only having the satellite mode. All the places, it is face-to-face classes. Nigam Haria has asked, what are the number of candidates for each of the program? Each of the centers has got limited seats of 30 each at all the 4 locations. Girish has asked, he is an employee with 5 years of work experience and looking for executive program, and after completing is there any job assistance? Yes, the job assistance for all successful candidates after they have finished the program. Parveen Sheikh has asked, is there any facility for scholarship? Of course, the program does not have provision for the scholarship as on date. The program, Raju Shah from Nepal has asked whether this program is valid for Nepalese students. What we find that the students from Nepal, they do financial market program and they get a lot of opportunity in India as well as outside. Possibly as many opportunities may not be available in Nepal, being a very small city, very small country. Manan Arora has asked, will everyone go to Singapore or only Choppas? No. Answer is, all students, irrespective of their grades, will actually go to Singapore to learn the best practices in the Singapore as international financial center. Pratik Klaba has asked, what is the pattern of examination? The pattern of examination, both for the entrance test as well as subsequently for all the 30 papers, is of objective type. Mr. Amit Datta has asked, he is 30 years old but interested in securities. I am fit for this program. Answer yes. We get students who are as old as 50 years or 60 years. Persons from all age groups, of course, for the full time up to 40 years, and executive programs up to 50-55 years are welcomed. Diksha Bansal has asked, can I do this program online? Answer is no. This is a full-time program and you can do this program only in the classroom mode. Nitin Gupta has asked, I am interested in the executive program. Currently, I am not working in any financial field. Whether I am eligible? Answer yes. The students, those who have got general work experience of 2 years, are also eligible to shift their career into the financial market. Chitra Yadav has asked, is there any practical exposure apart from the Singapore immersion will teach us? As I stated already, you will be taught by the industry experts who have got years of experience working into this line. Vishal Avasthi has asked, this course is designed beautifully but finding it difficult to travel to Delhi every weekend or nearly full year. I do not know what location you are there, but we do get students for the working executive program, particularly those who are around 150 to 200 kilometers, because many of them also travel on Saturday, Sunday from Hyderabad, Shatabdi or Rajdhani or other trains. So it attracts students from not only from Delhi but nearby places or Mumbai, nearby places. Those who can make it Saturday and Sunday for the executive program. Muralidharan, who is a retired banker with PG, he said that he doesn't have knowledge of mathematics and statistics. Is it okay if he wants to do this program? Muralidharanji, just for information, our last year batch is also joined by the retired banker. This particular program, and that person, banker, is more than 60 years of age. For the executive program, we allowed him as a very special case. If we find that you got an aptitude, we definitely can consider your case also. You can separately contact us on the telephone. One of the person has asked that Darshan, he asked that he got work experience which is slightly less than 2 years, whether he is eligible. We need to see a profile. After seeing a profile, we'll see how best we can help you out. Vishal Jaiswal has asked that he's from Kolkata. He's already into the stock broking company for more than 5 years, whether he can attend to the program. Sorry, this year we don't have the program at Kolkata office for the working executives. Of course, what is possible is that since you're already working this stock broking company, maybe we can informally help you to find a job if you happen to come to Delhi. And because now there's sufficient time for the program to start, suddenly you can find a job in and around Delhi and do the program, then maybe go back to Kolkata after doing the program to enhance your career. Parveen Sheikh, he states that he is a lawyer and whether he is eligible to do the program. Well, even the law professionals are welcome to attend to this program because this particular program attracts, see, financial market has got 3 pillars. One, the technology, other is the regulations, and third, of course, the financial market itself. So lawyers also are welcome to this program. They can get a lot of benefits by attending to this program. Roxana has asked whether the company will come to campus for recruitment. Answer yes. Company will come to campus for recruitment. Raitam Vermaji has asked, he is self-employed, whether my experience will count as work experience. Answer yes. All entrepreneurial experience is counted as work experience. Shishir has asked, he is currently working as a consultant and whether he is eligible for the executive program. Answer yes, you are eligible. Your consultant experience will be counted as entrepreneurial experience. Manish Chaudhary has asked, I am planning to migrate to Canada. Will this program will help me? Answer it definitely, positively yes, because Canada employs FINRA certified candidates in large scale. And once you are FINRA certified, that will definitely help you. Even in your migration process, you'll get an edge compared to other candidates while migrating to Canada. Tej has asked, is this program going to next year too? Answer yes, it will be. Roxana has asked, what is the average package offered? The package varies from around 4 lakh to 15 lakh. That depends upon the number of factors. Vivek has asked for the weekend program, what are the timings and location in Mumbai? In Mumbai, the program will be held I mean, you can get in touch with the Mumbai office, but timings part I can tell you, it will be from 1:30 to 8:30 on Saturday, and from 9:30 to 5:30 in the Sunday. Ridham Verma, he asked how this program will help you in investment advisory. Well, apart from your honing your overall skills into the market, as an investment advisor, you'll also be passing the regulatory certificates both for India as well as for USA required for the purpose. One of the candidates asked, I have already passed NCFM certifications, whether it will help me or weightage for the program. In your academic profile, when you are accounting for the 20% weightage, certain marks are reserved for this purpose also. Pratik Lamba has asked what is the pattern of examination. It is MSQ or theoretical. I'm sorry, it is MCQ based with negative marking. Dharendra Kumar Jain has asked whether the senior citizens can do the program. Answer yes. Working executive program can be done by the senior citizens as well. There are already 1 or 2 candidates in the last year batch. Retired banker, as I said, is already doing this particular program. I find now there are no other questions. Thanks a lot. Thank you very much.